Hope y'all are having a good time in Palm Springs. Lee and I thought that we would share one of our fondest memories of Allie when she was a little girl by reading her favorite nighttime story. Ready? Here we go. ABC Bunny. A for apple, big and red. B for bunny, snuggle bed.
No, that's not it. That's not it, Dad.
What do you think?
This is a new book. It's called ABC Bride.
They've updated.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, it's a whole new book. Let's see.
Okay. I'll be darned. A for Alexandria Hall. B for bride, beautiful and tall.
C for Chris. He's from St. Louis. D for the day that they both say I do.
E for excitement on everyone's face, gathered together all in one place. F for father and father-in-law, ready to help at the drop of a call.
G for groomsmen, they better behave. H for hell, that's what they'll pay if they don't listen to what the bride does say. I for icing, thick on the cake. J for jewelry, some real and some fake.
K for Kaiser, the name they'll both share. L for love that's in the air. M for mother and mother-in-law. One says you and the other says y'all.
N for nuptials, which is a really weird word. O for owl, Allie's favorite bird. P for patience, partnership and passion. None of these will ever be old-fashioned.
Q for quiet, which is good for the soul, but too much silence can take a great toll. R for Raleigh, S for St. Louis, T for together, the two of you.
U for understanding, which doesn't always come easy. V for Ventura, which can sometimes be breezy.
W for wedding, what a wonderful day. All in attendance certainly will say. X is the last letter of the word sex.
Okay, let's move on and see what's next.
Oh my gosh.
Y for youth, which won't always be there, but when you love each other, you really won't care. Z for Zevon, Zeppelin, and Zappa, wishing you both to live happily ever after. We love you. Take care. Bye.
Loves.
Alexandria, my lovely granddaughter. This is your pop in Charlotte. And oh my gosh, you have brought so much excitement and joy to my life. I remember the excitement I had when I was called by your dad that I had a granddaughter. So I jumped in the car in Charlotte and rushed down to Raleigh. And I still remember looking through the glass in that nursery at this gorgeous baby. She had dark, kind of black curly hair, long eyelashes, just the most beautiful baby in the nursery. And then a few months later, your mother and dad brought you down to Charlotte, to Myers Park United Methodist Church, where I was able to do your christening and the service of infant baptism. And everybody was there. We went over to the Myers Park Country Club after the service and for luncheon. And I looked around and there were both grandmothers, your great-grandmother, and just so much of the family. Everybody just celebrating your gift to us. So now when you were about 4 and 5, well, Uncle John has a story he wants to tell you, a good memory. Here's John.
So I'm turned the camera on me now, and Allie, I don't know if you have any recollection of this, but Papa and I took you to North Myrtle Beach. That's right across the street from that barefoot landing area. And we had a good time down there at the beach. Matter of fact, one of the things that your parents were amazed at is that you went and got actually in the water. We jumped in the waves. You got your face and head wet, which they couldn't believe, because you never would get your face and head wet when it came to going into the ocean or the pool. So they thought that was quite an event. But also, when we had to wash that nappy head of yours after being in the ocean, that was a challenge. So Papa and I, we had the tag team working bathing you that day and washing your hair. Was Pop would tell a story to try to get your attention, and one of the stories that he told was the interaction of a couple of folks being attacked by a Tyrannosaurus Rex from the movie Jurassic Park, and you very quietly listened to Papa, eyes got big, and I was quickly washing that nappy head of yours, get all that sand out of it, so that we could accomplish two tasks, keep you calm and get you cleaned up. Anyway, a lot of fun, but also, like I said, we had a great time jumping in the ocean, and it prepared me for doing the same thing with my beautiful girl, who maybe one day I'll escort her down the aisle as you get prepared for your beautiful day later in this year. Anyway, I'm going to give it back to Pop.
Allie, by the time you were 6 years old, I had bought the house. It was actually a condominium at St. Simon's Island, and you and your family started coming down. So I just couldn't wait during the summertime to have you down. And you got to be excellent as you grew a little bit older. You were marvelous in the water. You did skimboarding, and I said you were poetry in action, except you did break your toe, but you got right back up, got back on the skimboard and sailed away. And then, of course, you really learned then how to throw the net and to fish. You love to fish, and you're actually pretty good at even catching the shark. I do remember that when you got to be older, you went to the beach with your friends, and the father of two of the girls came by while you were lying in the sun and said, "Hey, anybody wants to go down and throw the net with me?" And your friend said, no. But you said, "Sure, I will." And so you walked down to the edge in the surf, and the father started throwing the net himself. But it didn't do such a good job. It kind of doubled eight, and then finally he said, "Would you like to try?" And you said, "Sure." So, and you told me later that when you threw it, it was just the most perfect circle. It was like a parachute opening up. And the father said, "How did you learn to do that?" And you said, "My grandfather taught me when I was about 7 years old, and I still know how to do it." And the guy said, "Oh man, you didn't know how." And the girls wanted to come down and learn the same thing. Okay. You had such great days at St. Simon's Island, and I know that's a place that's dear to you and you still like to go back. I got excited too when I was able to go to your high school graduation. I remember, was secretary of your class, and when you walked across the stage, everybody clapped, and you could tell you were a popular gal. And also, I really got excited when I was invited to go to your college graduation. But I do remember you saying, "Gosh, I almost ran out of gas." Thankfully, you did not, and it was a great day. I hope that you never lose your sense of humor. You love to do pranks. I remember one day at St. Simon's Island, I was trying out there in the little sunroom to change the channels. And I would change the channel and it would go right back to where I'd come from. And I'd try again and I'd go right back. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with my remote? And then this cackle of laughter stepped out behind the door, and there you were with your remote, and you were undoing everything I had done. So don't lose that sense of joy and laughter and fun in your life. I guess I'd have to say in closing, I pray for your success in everything that you put your heart into, and that in particular, in terms of your marriage, which will be the most significant day of your life for your wedding, but also the great years to come. So, I'll see you in September. I'll be on one end of the aisle as you're coming down on the other. And you'll stand before me and I will pronounce you husband and wife for lifetime. I love you. It's Papa Al.
Hey Alex, I just wanted to say hi and wish you a happy bachelorette. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but I'm sure you girls are going to have so much fun without me. Just a word of advice in these next few months before the wedding. Don't sweat the small stuff. If anything's getting you down or you're getting frustrated, just remember that the day is about you and Chris and that the small things won't even matter when you look back at the day. So I can't wait to see you in September. I can't believe it's already here. It's gone by so quickly. So have fun on your bachelorette and I will see you soon. Bye.
Oopsie, I can't believe you're getting married already. I got so many great memories of you, especially since you've gotten a little bit older. Ojai was a blast. I really enjoyed spending time, although that morning was a little rough. We don't look like it. I look forward to you and Chris and what your life has in store. And Chris, just remember, I knew her first. Love you both.
Hi babe, Fitz and I here to tell you that we hope you are having an amazing time on your bachelorette trip. I wish more than anything that I was there to celebrate you because you deserve to be celebrated. You have been such an amazing friend to me from our many trophy dates, our nights of the 3 W's with this little stinker, JT with Mama, Cali adventures, and everything in between. I've had some of my most amazing times with you by my side. You're my adventure-loving partner, and I'm so excited for this adventure that you're about to embark on. I've loved so much getting to see this journey play out for you thus far, and I know great things are to come for the both of you. And know that I'll always be here to tell you when you're being stubborn and remind you that you're not always right. And whenever you get that travel adventure itch, although Chris can definitely be our third wheel. I love you so much. Cheers, and have a shot for me. I love you.
What is my favorite memory of Alex? Well, I'll give you two. The first is on our trip to New York last year in October, and we had been going out, seeing everything, and one of the places that she wanted to see the most was Grand Central Station. So after a long night out of drinking, going through town, we're taking the train back up, and we stopped through Grand Central Station. And she asked me to start taking pictures, a photo shoot. So I go up in the stairs, and it's about 1 a.m., and there's not too many people, but there are people floating around, and Alex is in the very center of Grand Central, posing and dancing for pictures that I was taking. And then, of course, we got 2 slices of pepperoni pizza, and I have this great picture of her passed out on my shoulder on the train ride up, which was pretty standard for that trip. And then my favorite memory of all time is her reaction when I got down on one knee under the waterfall and she was frozen, and there was a good lag of about 10 seconds where she was looking at me without saying yes and not taking her glove off. But as soon as everything happened, I couldn't have been the happier person. I was melted. It was the best feeling of my entire life. So I hope you guys have a good trip and enjoy Palm Springs. Let's go! Have a good one. See ya.
Told me to get on that damn couch. Get pretty bossy when I start to pout. Seems like yesterday we're 12 years old. Yeah, we've done a lot of growing up, from telling on each other to rolling one up. Now you're getting married and ain't that shit crazy? Oh, I love you. Yes, I love you. You are my sister and my best friend. Though you may be bossy, Well, I guess that's alright, 'cause you're my sister and I love you. What's up, Allie? Hope you enjoyed my song. We can call it that. Yeah, I mean, I think the song speaks for itself. You're my sister, I love you, and you're my best friend. And I think you got a good road ahead of you, and I'll love you through all of it. So, bye.